Hello and welcome back to Age of Wonders. We're at war, aren't we? Aren't we always at war? We're at war against Cthulhu, cute Cthulhu, actually, and almost securing the top right corner of the map. We're getting there. We're making the pushes. Today, we've taken Sorcel. We're going to make a play on Innsmouth with our main armies. Our secondary armies are kind of holding the line at this outpost, which I need to take so I can have a teleporter here and march right directly onto Sky Totem, which will then secure us a fairly solid half of the map. And then there's only 2 more characters left. As long as this guy doesn't decide he wants to be a meanie. Now, Chaotic Influence has given me a negative 11,000 with him. So if that alliance breaks for any reason, it is broken for good. We ended on an intern. Let's begin it on an intern and keep this spicy baby cooking. A couple of little things we're trying to do is do some terraforming of some mountains. I want to see if I can create lava mountains. I do not know if it's possible, but I'd really like to give it a shot. Now we have Morena over here sticking up some big armies. She seems to really be going underground a lot. I think her and Cornea are fighting fairly frequently on this northern border, and I imagine Cornea and Ingrid Tinderwood here are also fighting fairly frequently. So Cthulhu is here himself, which means if I do kill him and march on Innsmouth, he will surrender. Because if he dies at Innsmouth while defending it, that'll be it for him. So we have taken Sorcel. We can... Can I build roads through my ally? It does look like I can. Or at least I could a little bit. We'll start scooching the whole gang over as much as possible. No doubt I've been hit with another condemnation here. We're picking up the Shade Network. And then we'll grab Focus of Devastation, which will give us Demolisher on our mages. I do want Monstrous Rebirth, but not a huge rush. All of our casters now have Pure Flame Staves. And it looks like these guys have retreated from Sky Totem. I think they realized they couldn't win this fight. So they were like, we out. If I do that, it's 1 turn. Now, here's one thing as well. A lot of my armies have universal camouflage. They most certainly have it when they're in my own territory. I think I'll bring you back up here. And if that's exhaust for only 2 turns, we'll move you guys together. I have this extra army, which I think we could probably just move back. Let's move them back home for right now, while they try to figure out what the rest of their army should look like. These Pyromancers, I probably could just get rid of. They are nice, and they look super awesome. They have that Pure Flame. They also get Curse of the Reaper. They're just not quite as useful as a Necromancer, I would make the argument. At level 4, they get Champion Flame Strike. Does an additional 4 fire damage, 120% chance of inflicting burning. Yeah. I'll tell you what I could allow is that for an army. So maybe I don't need that war breed there right now. You guys have your that building in. We could build shade networks everywhere. Everywhere for right now. I'm sitting on almost 1,000 influence. Let's up the city cap by 1. Doesn't hurt. Perion, hello. How we doing? Sorcel lost, it says. But that's not accurate. Bonded in 3. Minor tributary in 1. Bonded in 10. You're not going to fall. In infinite. Why do you guys hate me so much? Nah, we'll find out. This guy's happy we have a friend. Ups and downs, mostly downs today. Well, come enjoy some ups. Come enjoy some uppies as we go to war against everything around us. I feel like I should build some more of these lava runes. Probably here and also one up here. Just because expanding my lava fire is beneficial for me and bad for everybody else. Down days are never fun. But, I mean, we gotta have the down to have the... We gotta have the down to have the up, so... Vacation, did some gardening, went to the zoo. Don't know. I feel like a wreck and it felt like I had a panic or something alike before. I mean, there's always the kind of the thing when sometimes when you're on vacation, it can be really hard to say, hey, I've got time off. I need to actually take that time off. I need to let myself enjoy this time off. Isn't always as easily done as it is said, you know? Should be feeling fine, but you just don't. Yeah, I mean, that's even worse. So, because then you have like the guilt on top of it. I think something to remember is that even if we don't necessarily mentally feel okay when we're trying to rest, our bodies are still resting. I think about this a lot with things like insomnia and sleeping, is that even when you're lying in bed, for example, your body still rests. Your body still gets rest. So if you're freaked out about not resting, or in this case, not relaxing, your body is doing it. So physically, you are, like, while your mentally might be kind of all jumbled up, physically your body is having that moment of downtime, having that moment of lessened stress, of relaxation. And it might take your mind just a little bit to catch up on it as well. So body is still in stress moody, because when you don't do anything at all, I feel like you should be out doing something. Yeah. That sounds exactly like it. It's a hard loop to get sort of broken out of at times. Ain't easy, but rest assured that like your body sort of knows what it's doing, that it will be taking care of itself even when it doesn't necessarily feel like it's always taking care of itself. So much trash we got here. And then, you know, deep breathe. Deep breathe. Meditation, always a good choice. If you're still not able to break it any other way. A good meditation can always make a heck of a difference. Certainly, I'm a huge fan of it. I'm always trying to get people into doing more meditation because I think it's just like so important, especially like in this day and age. Just having a moment to sit down and breathe and focus on breathing honestly makes a world. Wow, they really changed this up. All right, let's keep making Hearts of the Dragon here. So let's storm hot rods. I don't know, maybe I should get rid of this guy's Crypt Blade and give him the Heart of the Dragon. I'm gonna do that. These guys have come back down. $49 versus 8,000. Oh, I'm 8,000 in this situation. If I go here, check this. This is really cheeky. I can actually strike this one unit and cut their army in half. Because I have level walk. I'm gonna take that. Well, I got really pounded in that fight. Wipe out the rest of them. These are my secondary armies, so I really don't care. Like, I can just replenish these guys as much as required. Nothing in here really adds value to me, so... And they really can't get down here that quickly, so let's just keep pumping out units. You'll make Pyre Templars, you'll make War Breeds. Why don't you make Shades, if that's the case? And then I'll worry about everything else up after. Sometimes it's hard to mentally check out when on vacation. There's always that dread of coming back, yeah. When I don't do anything, I feel like should be doing something. Yeah. It's hard to break that, man. It's very tricky. I feel like a lot of that for work. Whenever I'm not working, I'm like, oh, I need to be working because, like, a lot of my days off, I'm like, oh, can I take a day off and actually enjoy a day off? Or am I like, oh no, I should be working through this whole period? And there's always a little bit of back and forth on that. For me, the answer was anti-anxiety medication. That's not the answer for everybody, but for me, man, that made a big difference. That may be able to turn off that loop pretty well. Do we want to pick up a Tome of Calamity here? This changes all of my burning into Ghost Fire. But I don't really know that I like the ice. We're shadow and chaos primarily. Abyssal Flames and Demon Gate can be nice, but other than that, I don't really need any of these other ones. What are we missing? Tome of Dragons. You know what? I'm probably going to take Tome of Dragons. This will give me Firebomb. It'll give me Purifying Flame. It'll give me Dragon Attack. Yeah, let's take Tome of Dragons. Oh, why not?
Few things in
I actually considered it. Start talking with your doctor and psych about it. Haven't mentioned it, only been talking about the stress.
Channel this primal power.
I mean, they should
and brood it. Mold your people to the likeness of these mighty
be able to come to that realization.
And breed dragonkin in your grand image.
Like, just to help, like,
your enemies
you don't
bow
necessarily need to
your
push
might.
them to that. If it's the right choice for you, they should be able to figure it out.
At your command.
Let's take Battlefield Reanimation here instead. There's a lot of abilities here we could use. You guys come down. You guys come down. You guys just vibe. Our arrow catcher gets to pick up his last ability. Controlled Chaos, or I'm going to give him Paragon of Shadow. Because he sometimes is on the front line here as well. He's got his slip away. I guess we have True Shots, so let's start saying, like, what do we want to add in here? Bypass, Culling Hunter, Swarm Hunter, Big Game Hunter, Thorn Shot, Plague Shot. Yeah, let's go Piercing Shot into Big Game Hunter. It's hard not to take that, like, reset cooldown ability. You're on your last 2 levels. You have Champion of War, or if you have Controlled Chaos, let's take Champion of War for you, because that'll be 50% crit hit to anybody who's next to you. And the Warden. Yeah, you know what? Let's go Foraging Endurance. We made that Rune Steel. This one's here, so that travels to there. This is all blocked by Spelljammer, so I actually can't cast those up that way. I could cast one right here, and it would get rid of a lot of this Umbral Taint. Or I guess it would fight the Umbral Taint. I don't actually know how well that would work. Dude, where the hell was I planning to put this? I'm gonna start making inroads to other locations. Captured, collected, captured. Other rulers declared a friendship. Yeah, okay. I was insulted by you. By you. You're my vassal. Don't insult me. That's just rude. And I can officially start making dragons over here. so expensive. I want to make a dragon army. Do we have Whiteborn transformation? We do. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Took that one pretty early on. I wanted everybody to be undead. I mostly wanted these war breeds to be undead, so that they got that extra regen. But it felt like the right choice, you know, especially the Pyre Templars as well. If I'm gonna be this fire giant who is pure evil, basically, undead seemed like the right choice. You treated your citizens in Aegis well, and a parade was organized to celebrate you as the Bone Lord. I could instantly finish 3 of those dragons. Gain a population or gain 300 Imperium. It's just like Imperium is too good. The population would be really nice in this town, but it's also going to just grow on its own. Honestly, I could get that population for 120 of that Imperium we just got. So, in fact, let's do that. Let's do that right away. You don't have any research posts. Okay, that's interesting. I could make you one. In the meantime, let's build you a farm up here. I'm going to transfer you to a research post. And I can now pick up that Lost Queen's Crypt as well. +2 mana, +2 knowledge, and 1 soul for each hero in the crypts. Let's wait for this number to go down, though. Tain't no rush. Tain't no rush tall. The teleporter is hella far away. All right, who are my weakest armies here? You're 24. You're 27. You're 28. How'd this guy become the weakest? He's like my favorite hero. Swap armies. Now I can have you blow up that Spelljammer. Can you move any further in? Yeah, you absolutely can. So I can start the siege right now. Let me just hit diplomacy. 800 gold. All right, so let's do this. This is a pretty easy win. If I... sold you some stuff, maybe? Then we can become overlord here. And we got one more down. I like that it instantly blew up that Spelljammer rune and threw my guys into the ocean. Perfect. One more down. You guys all have shade networks. I mean, Wyvern area here would not be terrible, especially if it scales off of farms. We might as well build it. Oh, I'm so broke. Condemn army, condemn army. You get all the vassal points. and we start marching west. Yeah, we're all happy to talk about it. I mean, you know, I've talked a lot about my mental journey, especially over this last year on stream. I like to try to be pretty open about it in terms of my experience with ADD and depression and diabetes and being anemic and the litany of diseases I've got going on at this point, be them physical or mental. I'm always pretty open about talking about any of that kind of stuff. I don't bring it up often on my own, but certainly if it helps out somebody else, I'm more than happy to do so. Now, how I get over to you? This is occupied. I don't know what I just skipped there. Let's get a teleporter in here. Bounty completes. Nice. I needed that money. You guys are in pretty rough shape in terms of your army right now. I think probably I need to peel you both back. You guys kind of need a rebuild right now. He's good. This is a full army. Let's just ditch probably the pyromancer out of here. And then I could add you into there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, you really could just use one more troop. Everybody else, you can teleport to there. You can teleport to here. You could teleport to here. This guy. Why don't you teleport over here and then join up with the rest of these gang? Shift them up that way. This all seems safe, 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 safe. You could probably use an armory. Got bonded vassalage here. This guy doesn't like that I have so many alliances, but he doesn't really have a say in the matter, I don't think, anymore. 4 out of 5 cities. How many of these do I just want to burn down? Oraculum for sure. Let's just burn that down. And then I guess it depends on whether or not he surrenders on Sky Totem. Like, if he's willing to surrender and take vassalization, I'm okay with it. Otherwise, I'd say let's burn down Torchwood. You must be underground quite a bit. Yeah, okay, you have a temple down here. Yeah, she's got like quite a few vassals as well. So there's an army for you. Let's build your walls up. You and you are good. And I guess this guy's as good as it gets. For now. I don't know. This guy, I suppose he could just be backup. He's not a bad army. If you pop over here and you pop over here, here's a nice, tasty, good army again. Really, I should be taking one of these war breeds or one of these Templars and turning them into necromancers. Would be a significantly more reasonable choice. Different area scales off of adjacent firms. Why can't I build? Oh, that's a cliff. It's all cliff, I guess. Okay. Cliffs and chasms. We'll move those guys up. You're a nasty umbral nest. Can I ask these guys to attack that umbral nest? I actually can't. And for whatever reason, we're stuck in like a permanent minus 50 here with these guys. I guess probably until we lose that 14 turns of vassalized conquered city. 10% chance of the free city declaring war while the state of this relation is neutral. Well, let's just hope that's not the case. Fire dragon, obsidian dragon, frost dragon. All 6 dragons. Have I considered being nice? I gave them my Whispering Stone. What else do they want from me? Interesting. Okay, Ingrid came down here, but stayed out of range. But this guy from Hex Point came over and got into range. I think I'll just take this. At this point, I feel like I'm outproducing in terms of troops. Yeah, that's good. My vassal loses all of his army, but I don't really lose much. And we have this extra army that's coming up here with a bunch of bonus troops in it, so we can just pivot whoever we need. We're getting a teleporter up here in 2 turns as well, so... Marana hasn't really been making much of a play against me, which is a little surprising. I don't know how to make Desolate Hills. I suppose there's a difference between Ashlands and Desolation. The last map we played with, every time that these mountains got surrounded by ashlands, they became like dark, burnt mountains in the same way like this is a snow mountain. These. I don't know. I guess a bone dragon. Up there, move up there, move up here. Give him your shade. And then you'll probably stay in the back. I'll take the turn to heal. Let's grab Ray's undead army. You've got another full stack here. Move you over, but then I just teleport up next turn. like you've got enough to start that siege. 2 turns here. Soul Siphon, Devastators, and... looks like I can't quite make 20. So let's just harass the defenders. Crucible is ready to keep annexing. We got Varain is picking up his last trait here. He's now level 20 as well. Bear is picking up his last trait. He is also now level 20. Most of my heroes are at level 20 at this point. Focus of Devastation, I forgot to cast. We have another Heart of the Dragon, which I will immediately then go and create another Heart of the Dragon. You've got one. You've got one. Do you want the Heart of the Dragon or the Crypt Blade, actually? I'll give you the Heart of the Dragon. Let's give you the Crypt Blade. You're a skirmisher. That's where you're kind of meant to be. You want to make peace. I'm going to decline that, because I'm going to vassalize you really soon. You're upset at me. You're upset at me. You're upset at me. Everybody's upset. What do you got to do about it? I have a ton of money still coming in, but I'm also recruiting an army of dragons that's going to cost like 450 gold per turn. So I think I'm not going to spend any money. See how it does. How spicy are damn skellies? They are very spicy. Very, very spicy. Goro Goro, hello. Welcome. How we doing? Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the agency. We have some pretty spicy skellies. Like, this is an extra spicy skelly. He's flame blessed. He's got flame burst weapons. He's a scion of flame. He's got searing blades. He don't go down easy. I just hear somebody cast Burden of Guilt on me. Oh man, only having to attack in one direction? I think I'm gonna have to go for Cornea next, after I wipe them out. That would give me the second artifact, which would be really cool. Then I sweep down and I take Morena. And then if this guy betrays me at the last minute, we'll add him to the pocket. There's Focus of Devastation, giving siege attacks to all my, or Demolisher to all of my guys. Right, let's start moving you up, gang. Okay, that's fine. We're all in protection of each other here. She's come back, but you can see she's almost got no army. She's got 3 heroes in her army. You guys can just chill out here. You're going to chill out here. You have a whole other new stack that's going to come up and help. I should probably unbind this tree. We can just move him next turn. Yeah, I can just move him this turn. A bounty has been posted to capture Sky Totem. I'll take that. Friendship is over between those two. Whatever. No sweat off my back. So I don't think we're going to get this outpost bounty, sadly. But we could pick up some other stuff. Absolutely. Jessica, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the agency. Burden of Guilt. some more troops in here. Look at these weird little Cupid goblins. I don't know, man. Something about goblins with human colored flesh. Yeah, it looks weird to me. I feel like it's not. Like, goblins are meant to be green. Green or blue, or I take red. My domain has been invaded and my province is being pillaged. SpaghettiOs. How did you get in there that fast? That's crazy movement. That is one ugly looking character. Gotta tell you, the farmers from Ashenheim declare there's an issue with their yields. Lose some gold, get a turn of population. Lose some Imperium, gain 1 population in my capital. I'll take that. That's a very good deal. I have the House of Hunger. What size is this city? 7? 8, 9. And I could get the roaring furnace. Could get that roaring furnace. Or I could just like fill out my own territory. That gives me draft and gold. Units cost less gold to recruit as well. All right, you know what? It's a good deal. It's got to be a maxed out city for me to do this, but... you're 2,700. These guys are 2,400. With more troops coming. Oh, that's probably where they came from. Out of this hole. And up that way. All right, you're going to move back. You're going to move back. I have these dragons here right now as well. That I could rush if need be. Gonna move you up. We're gonna move you up, and we're gonna, I think, siege with you. Hold on. Will you surrender? For 800 gold, you will. I'll take it. There's really no reason for me not to. I was going to burn down Heracleon, but it's not really worth that much value, so... this way, I can merch... Where am I going to merch to? I could build a lava road across here to Pitriv. Burn Pitriv down, and then go to Innsmouth. I guess that's the play. Should you come back and help them? I guess we have like 6 armies up here right now, so... Got Palisade Walls. You've collected some stuff. Burden of Guilt, a new rally. You gained a bunch of vassal stuff. You're being pillaged and you are being invaded, but we deal with that in a turn. Do I have anything that I can cast on those guys? I actually don't have any world map spells, which seems a bit mistaken, but what are you gonna do? Biblically accurate goblins. Yeah, it's something else. I am losing 27 mana per turn. Man, I figured taking a vassal would probably give me a lot of mana, but I could strike deals with them and just purchase mana per turn. Something tells me all these dragons are costing me a lot. I got a funny feeling all these dragons might be a little expensive. I cannot wait to see what a 6-dragon army looks like. Cold. Gasha the academic. She thought of herself as a crusader, but maybe she's like, maybe I'm not a crusader. Faithful and zeal. That's kind of fun, actually, if I give you that. Being a raider makes you resourceful. I don't think you're in charge of a city. I'll give you a raider. That's an easy win. Okay. It's not an easy win, I guess. Let's teleport you back here. We're going to build you a warbreed and a necromancer. It should be fine. We'll put a forester here, and then we can start moving down with them. I can now summon little tiny armies. I guess Purifying Flame is pretty good for us. Oh, there's also a teleporter right here. I didn't even know that one. So you're going to start building a little lava highway. These guys are going to all come up here and help out. You're chilling. Beacon of Valor. Karst Arrow Catcher is going to... He's going to take Kill Shot. It's just the best. We've unlocked another Whispering Stone. I'll actually take that. Capture, capture. We have a bounty for this Umbral Nest. Friendships changed. Negotiations. These guys are now a tributary. Blah, blah, blah. We're insulted a bunch. I'm going to charge one of those undead spawns. 6-dragon army sucks. Counterpoint. It sounds cool. Yeah, yeah. I would say that a 6-dragon army probably does suck and is probably way too expensive. But I just feel like we've got to do it. I'm also fairly certain there is an achievement for having 4 dragons in an army. I think if you have frost, gold, obsidian, fire. I can't make an obsidian dragon. No, I can't make a gold dragon. Oh man, I'm not even going to get the achievement. I don't think I have this achievement. Which is why I was excited. Ooh, here's Cornea. Boom. Who is the strongest? You've got lava walk, so you can just lava walk. Excellent. Your armies are trash. What are your troops? Bolstered dwarves. Fey touched. Umbral flesh. Astral blood. His territory isn't gloomed, is it? Oh my god, is it? It is. I don't have gloom immunity. Which means this attack is gonna suck. I don't even think I can build gloom immunity. No. All right, well, we'll get a couple more dragon hearts out here. Let's give one to you. And put you there, and we'll put you there. So your army is back and running. There's my dragons. These guys are fine, fine, fine. Fine, 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 fine. Pillaged? Oh, that's not good. I don't really have a teleporter near that. I was not expecting that Umbral army to give me such trouble. Cthulhu will not accept because of his personality. Ingrid already has a bounty on the target. Alright, we might have to send somebody back to go deal with that. Ooh, what if I raise an army of undead? Technically, they have more strength, but they're also trash, so I'm not really sure. All this lava, this must be a colder version of Australia. These guys do at least come in as elite, so it's a shame I can't get them up to champion. If I could summon an army with champion, it would be pretty good. Less hostile wildlife, that's good, but the floor is lava, that's bad, but you get your house of choicing, that's good, but the housing is also lava, that's bad. Rate this game 1 to 10, 9.37. That's what I'm going to give it. I really like this game. You don't get allergies anymore? Good. The air is full of sulfuric gas? Bad. All right, let's see how these guys do. Wow, they actually won. You get to replace the 2 units with 2 more units. Congratulations. Oh, you got one of these little needlers. Don't need that. And then I suppose I'm just going to kamikaze these at the other troops up here. Because why not? I guess, you know what? I could bring this guy back. And then if he's being backed up by another 1,000 points, that's a 4,000 point army. I could probably clear that Umbral Nest with them. If I'm going to do that, let's take this quest. Okay. Giant gang. Are you ready to, as they say, rumble? I'm not at war with you? Huh. Maybe I should pivot then. My only problem is if I kill Morena first, then guarantee this guy's going to turn on me because he's going to be surrounded. I mean, it's a military campaign. Don't I have to kill everybody? This would also give me 20 Imperium per turn and relationships with a lot of people. Now, here's a real question. Is Flammic Fireheart going to be called into this war on his side or my side? You're going to break up our alliance. Okay. Well, there ain't much I can do about that. And it ain't that much surprising. But your guys are dead. One legendary warbreed. I guess let's put you here and release that. You might as well give your warbreed over. Boop. Doo-doo-doo. Doo-doo-doo. Everybody else is good. You're damaged. You're not. I could just force march you into the city. Start the siege right now. I mean, I'm really not seeing a reason not to do that. How was I getting 20 siege before? I must have had a character who did siege damage. If I do a headlong assault, I get it in 2, so I guess that's what we're gonna do. Do they have a teleporter here? Fools. Clearly don't. Okay, this guy is got back up now at least. Okay, okay. The wizard's bond is over. I called an ally to war. He refused to answer. I tell you what, let's raise another undead army. Or at least like set one to be raised. Solid 7 for you. Should I ask Jareth, our Aussie expert, to rate whether he'd choose this over regular Aussie land? I don't know. Is there more spiders or less spiders? I feel like there's a lot less spiders going on here. More lava, less spiders. Part of me is debating bribing this guy into an alliance, but I would need to bribe him 1,200. No, I would need to bribe him so much more because I'd have to cancel out the entire chaotic influence. I need to do 1,200 plus 1,200, I think. Yeah, it wouldn't go well. Have a name ready for the next campaign? I mean, that might be tomorrow. Actually, I guess we're going to do an Endless Legend campaign. All Dragon Army, 2,000 strength. This army is trash. You were right. This is not a good army. All right. Everybody get ready up there. You're gonna go over here. You're gonna go over here. You're gonna go over here. Over here. You're stuck. You have to actually sit on that point to unleash that. Okay. Dun, dun. I say Soulwell probably be a better choice there. Oh, I keep forgetting about this Eternal Bed Chambers down here. We should really get that because that's a lot of bonus souls per turn. All your cities instantly gain +1 population. All your heroes instantly gain +1 rank. I mean, all of our heroes are kind of like pretty much maxed out already, so. My friendship. Please don't let our friendship expire. We're such good friends. Eagle, what's up? Puss is up. Yuck. USB. USB. Better do. Bum, bum, bum. That's my best. That's my best USB impersonation. All right, yeah, I think we burned this down, and I'm just gonna draw a lava road right across here. Dude, lava roads are my favorite new thing. They are very, very funny. I feel like the constant war of this campaign of all factions versus all factions has really just caused utter chaos. Single unit in here defending. You've got to be joking me. You're gonna kill my Pirate Templar? Fine. Fine. Exchange. I'm gonna burn your army to the ground. Burn your city to the ground. How do you like me now? Ah, gloom! I'm getting gloomed up. You actually can't go on the warpath anymore. So this is the problem I have, is because this guy has this basilisk. This basilisk does not have lava walk, which means he's stuck. I think I might send him home. Okay, you guys are gonna come up here and here and here. I'm gonna let these umbral monsters go wherever they want. And then we'll kill this other pack. All right, that's done. I'll take both of those. Bounty complete. A will thief? Nah. I'll step my guys back here to heal, and we'll deal with that Umbral Tyrant afterwards. So this is going to take 2 turns to burn down. That being said, I can just move out. If all of these guys can walk on lava, there's no reason for me not to just go like this. and continue the war path. So we'll siege Innsmouth, and that should probably get us the vassalization on him. He has 3 cities, so it's possible I might need to blow up another one, but I think we should be fine. We'll get a ton of population from doing this as well as a bunch of bonus gold. We're back in positive mana. Oh, hey, I'm realizing also, because we killed Indrid, or took over Indrid, we should have that guy back in our crypt. Yeah, the poison monger. So we could actually reanimate this guy. I don't know what we need to, but, you know, we could. 600 and almost 700 Imperium to increase the hero cap. In the legacy of the Fleshmongers, in ages past, tribes, kingdoms, and entire realms have disappeared into the mist of the time, their knowledge seemingly lost. But with great dedication and spellcraft, much of which has been forgotten can be rediscovered. You want Mark of the Owl. Yeah, okay. I mean, we already have Mark of the Butcher. Here's another Dragon's Heart. Guess let's put this on you. Like a war horn. We got a new book. I'm tempted to take scrying just so I can take teleportation and get those chrono gates. Man. Inquisitor's Mark, tribunals, tithe collectors. I could take Warden. Then I could get staffs of warding, magical wards. It's an option. I don't really want any of the demon stuff. This would give our Pyre Templars stun. And it might also give our Shades stun. I'm very curious because the third attack has a chance of inflicting stun, but they only get a single attack. Like they have Fatal Strike. So will that just give stun to Shades? You know what? Just figuring that out alone is worth taking this.
True strength resides in self-discipline. Mastering oneself leads to mastery.
Status resistance and healing, also pretty good. We'll queue that one up too. Stone Skin transformation to get 1 armor. Yeah, but then I'd have to have Stone Skin transformation. Whoop. We'll move these. We'll move these. I mean, I could just visually not turn it on. This Eternal Bedchamber is ours. I guess I'm going to build an outpost up here probably. For right now, let's just sit here and heal. You lost a Pyre Templar, so I'm going to give you that over here. When wondering if I should give him 2 Pyre Templars instead of the Shades, but I guess the Shades are higher level right now. We'll deal with this Umbral Goon. And then, I don't know, I guess there's some like other stuff up here we can just take. Way to turn on him. All right, that guy's canceling his friendship every single other turn, so we're just going to let that play out. He's got a while till he can break down all the way from defensive to war. Probably long enough that we can take this, and maybe quick enough that we can take Whispering Waters. Ain't gonna sweat it out otherwise. JPJ, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the agency. Fairly ugly Materium had all the defensive centric transformations prior to the DLC. Yes, yeah. Yeah, because they all sort of like, all the Materium is all about doing physical damage as well. So they protect against physical damage, but they do physical damage. You know, we do fire damage, but we protect against fire damage as Chaos. We could get some like protection against cold, but then we'd also have to take some weird cold based stuff. Morena has unlocked the Beacons of Unity. Oh. How have I not unlocked the Beacons of Unity? I am 4 provinces away. I guess because I vassalized rulers instead of their cities. Like if I had taken over more cities, I would have had that earlier. Yeah, so that's actually like a really big threat, because if they build those, that's being upgraded to a Beacon of Unity. That's being upgraded to a Beacon of Unity. That one's really fast to get to. That one's a bit trickier, but not too bad. My bone dragon died fighting dragons. Okay, you guys are gonna come back to this teleporter then. See, like, these armies are not fully healed. He's got a chrono gate here, a teleporter here, a teleporter here. There's no way I can stop it. The altar of marching gloom he put in the back left corner of the map. That is a hell of a play. I'm gonna take one more turn of healing here before I go in. Hey, is that the seer? It totally is. We killed him recently. Can I kill him again? No, but I can talk to him. Okay, Cornea is in his capital. That's cool. Even if he doesn't show, if you just move over to them, you can get access to them in like a neutral location. Cursed. You killing an enemy gets you strengthened and regen. Let's give you that. Throne cities share 10% to anything touching the throne city, which is all of these guys. It's obviously not Aegis, but counts as a conduit. You're gonna take the Lost Queen's Crypt up here. Right, so we burned the city down, so we have a bunch more stuff here. I need to take those Eternal Bed Chambers. So I think I'll just go hold on to that pop for now. Sunstone. Keep building cinder conduits. Keep my mana flowing. Ashenheim is going to build a mine down here, and then it's ready to take that roaring furnace with one more. Crucible is going to pick up another cinder conduit. That gives us the beacons of unity ourselves. I guess build another one here, and then I could take Tournament Hill if I wanted as an option. Do you want anything down here? I guess you don't really. City stability and draft. I do like those things. I do like city stability and draft. Not a lot of farms around in this place. These guys also scale off of farms. Anything around Suncott Peaks? I just remember like conduits get bonuses there. TBH, I'm gonna just replace that farm as well. People love some molten lava corn, right? Playing this map for 21 hours on Sins of Solar Empire. Nice. Are you playing on the new? Because I know Sins got like a big expansion recently, and I've been a little curious about what that's like. You scale off of farms, so why don't I build that like up here maybe? Then I got to make a plan to stop these beacons of unity. I mean, thankfully they're mostly easy to get to. Tilling the lava soil, watering them, pulling weed. I mean, I love the Bountiful Fields building because it's set amongst all the other stuff. It just looks very surprising. Like, oh yeah, there are some farms actually. They're being watered by magma apparently. Uh-oh. Yeah, that might have just been to kill that random Sorcel army. Biggest map, max AI, one left. All against all. Yo, that's fun. Marina has also bound another gold wonder. I could research bind gold wonders and start binding gold wonders. You guys can start moving down here. Just because it's kind of like, why not? Okay, you can get to any teleporter on the map right now. So I want you to go there. go there. We'll exhaust him. You can't quite get there, can you? Oh, yes, you can. Can you? Where are the siege tiles? They're actually one past that. He's got enough. This guy moves with 40, so if I move him there, he's kind of stuck. I want to start this siege right away. So what I'm going to have to do is this. Well, you know what? Before I actually do anything, let's just talk to him. The war duration needs to be greater than 5. Huh. I think I'll harass defenders then. Let's let them take 4 turns. And what I was thinking is I could move this army into here, that movie into there, you into there, you into there. That way everybody is rocking. If I stand on top of that Spelljammer, I might be able to rune steal this. I'm actually a little curious about that. All right. You're going to make 2 more Pirate Templars. You're going to make 2 more War Breeds. You're going to make a Shade and a Necro. Actually, no, sorry. You're going to make 2 Shades. You're going to make a Pirate Templar and a Necro. Because I'd rather the War Breeds. Truth be told, actually, now that I'm done all the angel-based characters, the Pirate Templars might be the better bet. I was favoring Warbreeds over Pirate Templars because I figured if everybody had angel transformations, then Consecrated Ground wasn't really useful for me. It was, in fact, helping the enemy. Marina has built a Beacon of Unity. She's got another one coming in there. So she doesn't have a 3rd beacon. We are being attacked by a big fight with cascading power. Throne of Insidious Whispers. Oh, God. 3 enemy units have a 90% chance of suffering insanity for 3 turns. Summoning Well. Spelljammers. I mean, we certainly beat them on points. So we'll see how the auto treats us. I can't imagine good. I can't imagine with a 90% insanity. You know, it's not bad. Couple dragons, couple of shades. Yeah, I'll take it. He just summoned a lot more troops. I think I'm just going to make some little bone horror armies here. I got 4 bone horrors. Let's grab like 2 skeleton archers. Starblade's mail, our hardy cloak, all good stuff. These fights are getting nastier and nastier. So many of them are just coming out of the Fey Woods. Can I block? Okay, hold on. You're a lord. You're a lord. You're a lord. But you're a lord with a bunch of bone horrors in you. If I get rid of one of you, put you over here. Whoa, okay, there's a lot of troops here. Every time I think we got them, a bunch more appear. And 25. Interesting. Wow, these are not the best fights for me. But we're just gonna have to take them. Okay, that's not terrible. I'm kind of like, let's just recruit all of them. And then every time I fight, my armies get to grow. This siege is ready.
What?
I'm exhausted though, so I can't actually fight it. If you guys move them into here and then attack with a singular unit, I can pick off these groups. This is such a bloody way to do this. Screw it, man. I got the troops. Cool. Bloomstrider skeletons. You gotta like that. 4, 4, and 3s. Let's put in you guys in here. You guys in here. You guys in here. You can go in there. Lots of armies of 6. $37 versus 3,000. Screwed up because I've already force marched a bunch of my units. Ooh. I guess maybe I should have taken the city first. All right. Let's see how that goes. I have some mixed thoughts. We might not get out of there alive. Gonna have to see. These guys need to like come home, I think. Pick up some troops. There's certainly a fight we could take here with you and this trash army. Clear out these dweebs. Absolute attritional warfare. Yeah, I mean, just deciding, oh, I'm just going to keep summoning huge swaths of skeletons. It's a hell of a play. Does this guy have a ring? True sight and flanker. True sight and windshield. I'd rather windshield. You are kind of damage based. Displacement jump. I think we're just going to take resistance into channel power into magic damage for you. Cast empowered strikes. Which I'm going to visually turn off. You've got your outpost. Gash of the Academic has won a combat in enemy territory, so she's at least healing an extra 10 HP around now as well. We've captured a ton of people from that fight. We'll accept this outpost. You can pull back. You can pull back. There's all these wonders we need to like start claiming as well. That's good. You can dismiss that.
Huh?
You're in the void. That's the thing, is I need to hold this fight for 10 turns. Or, I mean, I could burn down Innsmouth and then just like siege its next capital city. I suppose that's also an option. 15 turns before Morena wins the game. One beacon of unity. You have another one down here. Where is your third beacon? Here. Ugh. This guy's got so many troops. I won that? Wow. Okay. I mean, I'm not going to say no. I ain't going to say no. If you're going to give it to me, I'm going to take it. At this point. We'll take the bone horrors. You know, it's funny because it's like he's not making any tier 4 units. So there's no dragons showing up here at all. We got a Mystic Seer. He might be willing to form an alliance with me because Morena is doing a victory condition. I can't guarantee that, but I got a feeling there's a good chance. Who's this? Cthulhu. All right, we'll move all those guys up in the meantime. I'm not really worried if those dragons die. They were a fun little experiment, but I'm not interested in really keeping them. This over here is absolute utter chaos. So you. I'll put you guys together. You still have no movement, hey? All right, let's attack the city. Okay. Oh, he's dead. He's dead. I forgot that if I attack the city while he's in the void, then that's that. That's no problem. That's actually still victory for me. I'll take some Imperium for that. That gives me the Manure of Storms as well. All non-hero giants and demi-giants you get Blessing of Storms. Dudes. What am I doing? Not just doing this. I should be recruiting these guys constantly. I want to get that last artifact now too. Best kills are when they're not at home. Well, I don't really want this city, so I'm going to burn it to the ground. Especially because it's a hellscape of a gloom city. Now, these guys are all vassals. Where is the way? Is this the only one? This underground passage? Oh, there's one right on top of that. We can enslave these free cities pretty easy. I think let's just do that. Skeleton, skeleton, skeleton. An army of 6 or an army of 4. Okay. Wait your turn. Wait your turn. So these shades can move up here with these guys and these guys. So this is a full army now. This guy needs 2 warbreeds. So I think we just quickly give him that. Aegis is ready to annex. Right, I keep wanting that eternal bedchamber, but I'm not actually ready for it yet. I'm going to build a farm over here and go for that other city. I will remain at war with you and remain at war with you. Because I'm stubborn. And then we'll keep going. Destroy the altar of gloom. The gloom recedes back to normal. Yeah, I'm going to burn the whole city down, so it'll destroy all of this. There's an argument to be made to just take that as vassal, but I figure it's kind of like backed into the corner, and mostly I want to get rid of that altar. There's another altar right here. So I'll burn that down. I actually don't know how these guys are going to do against all the vassals, just because they're all down to like 1,000-point armies for the most part. These trashy skelly armies. Probably also insanely humid up here. Yeah. It just seems like it sucks up here. It's gloom. It's famous. It's all astrally. We don't have literally any. Astral is the one affinity I have not dipped my toe into at all. Keeping it's bad for our skin. True. We got to keep that nice skeletal glow. Did we take the Imperium thing that was like burn things down faster? Yeah, we for sure did. Skillybone legs. I need a Mask of the Fire Lord. I'm going to give you those because I'd rather that on a different character. Pass-through is kind of super valuable. Surprise! It's an army of flaming undead monsters and dragons for some reason. They also decided to join us. So I have to burn down the Beacon of Unity. So if 3 turns remain, Morena just wins if I can't do that on its own. It's good to make a note of. Burn that down. Everybody, let's go on the war march. Now, that being said, it does look like all of my vassals are finally doing something. It's as if they all woke up at once and were like, oh, yeah. Maybe we don't want to lose. You come in here. You come in here. You add to him. 18 mana. I'm willing to do that. I'm going to force march you up to this roving furnace. Guy's in a bit of a tight spot, but... Defensive pact. I do declare. I think if I kill Morena, I win the game. It looks like that guy is going to be willing to re-ally with me because of Morena trying to go for the expansion victory, which means that we can beat this right today. Right today. We just got to cut down through all of this shenanigans. Right, because this goes to the secret tunnel. It is a bit of a shame because it means I'm not going to be able to complete the Thagnokars here, which I was kind of hoping to do. Let's say Libby. I only get to peep in here because I tune in from Dirk. I'm glad to see the score victory didn't end this at 150. No, I play with I normally keep score victory disabled. I keep score victory disabled, but I like to leave seal victory as an option because I feel like score victory and seal victory are effectively the same thing, but one actually is active versus passive. So, reading the patch notes, and I'm sad for the Giants. Nah, they're still really good. Don't worry about it. They still absolutely slap. At the Grand Square of Crucible, a construction fair is taking place. Here you go. Have some happiness. Have a little happiness. View a conduit. And I guess another conduit. My income is finally starting to even back out here. You're going to check out this roaming furnace, and you're going to curse any fire giant who turns against us. And then I'm going to auto-resolve this. And I'm going to take all your stuff because I'm evil. Because I'm evil. And then we're going to unlock provinces can annex things 2 tiles further than they used to be able to. And then we're going to go back up here. And then we're going to go down back here. And then we're going to go back here. And now we're going to take this roving furnace. Quite a journey. Okay, this altar of marching gloom is toast. So let's start getting some guys down here to siege Pontificatadium. Do a headlong assault so we can do it in 2. You just got to back these guys up. You're just going to join in there. You guys are going to join in here. You guys are going to join in down here. Trash this beacon of unity, and then we can move on Pebbleton. Which Imperium do I have? Let's get another hero. You're a warrior. You also look huge. And you have a cool pike. Let's take you. You look like you should be leading the giant charge here. Bolstering regen, plate of starblades, mail of starblades. Let's go with the plate of starblades. That's a spear. Oh. This is a pike. This is a true damage spear. Like a halberd. Obviously, I have to make this guy a weapon. You know what? I like the way he looks. I'm not going to edit him at all. I am going to reset his skills, though, and we're going to just do this very quickly. We're going to go all critical. Down to killing momentum. We're going to pick up Initiate of Chaos. We're going to pick up Adept of Chaos, I think. Yeah, Searing Strike and bonus to critical. That's going to be your starter build. This Army of Giants, which actually sucks really bad. It's only 1,600 points. It's going to come through this teleporter. This Necro is going to dismantle this ruin. Requires a hero. All right, just dismantle. And then you can come down and join everybody else. You can build some palisade walls. Take up that eternal bed chambers. Capture this. Sure, why not? There's an alliance. The Mystic Seer has been destroyed by Belsarius. Attaboy. Next turn, we can get that alliance. I hope. If only this game had combat seals from the ocean, then you'd seal in that victory too. Ooh, there are penguins. They're kind of like seals, except they're mostly eaten by seals. Yeah, I'm kind of surprised there are no seals or like some sort of like big horker like there are in Skyrim. Would feel kind of fitting. We have our allies are going to deal with these other vassals as well. One of my big scares is that she builds a 4th beacon of unity, which I don't know if she's allowed to do, but I might want to keep an eye on it. Is there any way to see how far I can claim a province for a city? No, unfortunately not. No, you just kind of have to do the math. So it's 3. And then every upgrade you get gives it +1. Every upgrade to like the base building gives it +1. So I think you get 7 at max. That seems like I maybe have those numbers wrong. 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 at max normally. And then it's 7 with the nature. Oh, I have a rune steel. Oh yeah, I was gonna put a rune steel down up here to get rid of all that mist. It's really like absolutely no reason for me to do that, but I'm having fun. You are gonna go over here. Try to claim that eternal bed chambers. This is cleared. You should move into that army. Just swap that. Swap that out on the flow. Swap that. At least that ancient wonder. This army is... You know what? I might send you guys to this outpost. I don't know if they can solo that or not, but I'm kind of a little curious to see. Gorlak reminds me a bit of Mordekaiser. Got a bit of that energy. Giant walruses would be super cool. Yep. You want season pass 3? My God, we're only like just getting started into season pass 2. Halfway there, I guess. I'm excited to see what the Archons are going to bring, because that's meant to be a huge expansion. And I know the Archons are major into the story of Age of Wonders, like the greater franchise. Uh-oh. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. I knew I shouldn't have peeled those dragons off. My basilisk! I can't lose my basilisk, man. It's got such a good ability. It's so rare. It's so unique. What are we fighting here, man? We're fighting an Aster Warden. Okay, a Knight. Geomancers, Mimics, Stormbringers. Guns. No, you know what? We're not dealing with spirit damage, so I really just don't think this can possibly be a real threat to me. You have Curse of the Reaper now, which totally rules. I'll put that Warbreed on a flank, just in case. You are a Skirmy Burmy. Let's get these Pyre Goons up. Strengthen him. Yeah, you know what? It's safe. Chuck a fireball. Move you guys up a little bit. Move that zombie here. Shade. Pyre Templar can go there. Shade behind him. And the Basilisk also gets Curse of the Reaper. Okay. What do you got for me, Johnny? Condemn, taunt, marked. That's all my zombies. A little electrified, no problem. Little condemn. My God, I live in a state of condemnation. Being condemned is no issue for me at this point. I'm getting tapped with a few more of these spells than I was kind of hoping for. I don't think I really did a good job paying attention to how much of their army was actually ranged units. Now, that being said, they're all coming forward in nasty ways. That's my zombie. That's fine. These guys have pretty capes. Pretty capes. Pretty capes. Kitty cats. Where are these kitty cats coming from? Well... Ooh, Curse of the Reaper is very short-ranged. I kind of want to just throw a Lava Rune Steel down here because it would hit so many guys and provide a nice distraction. But also, if I don't go in... I'm going to be stuck. All right, let's do that. Oh, you know what we should really do is cast Fan the Flame. Now they're all on fire. We got some Chaos Blades. They all have Misfortune stacks. If I Pyre Cloak, is it a good idea? I think yes, because it'll purge everything off of these guys as well. I could also Pyre Cloak over here. Or here. I don't think I ought to help out all these Warbreeds and actually get them to be able to move. Let's do this. Pyre Cloak. You're no longer immobile. Ah, but you are taking damage from that. Who are my biggest threats? This Mirror Mimic obviously is a pain. I could do a nasty crit here. And what do you have 84 HP? Okay, so that's almost a guaranteed kill. In fact, I'm gonna risk it. This guy loves critting. Yeah. Killed the guy behind him. You can now sprint a second time. And then move here, and you can smack this dude for huge damage. God, I love this giant. He is so good. I can now charge in and kill you, so let's just do that. Throw a dagger at him, and he's dead. That's one hero down. Let's take this charge and displace. You're a geomancer, so you're kind of a threat. %, 47 to serpentine you. You know what? I'll take that. Nice. Oh, my zombies got electrified. I should have angled out better. I'm going to get flanked because of that, but... these Liege Guard are protecting this hero. $39 blind, 35 blind. You have a lot of disruptions. Let's try that. A lot of nice disruptions there. Give you a fatal strike on him. How are we doing? We haven't lost anybody yet, which is nice. I could raise this knight from the dead. You know what? Let's do that. Just provides an extra zombie in here to give some grief. It also allows me to lock down these archers and that caster in the back. You know what? Just throw a dagger from safety. I'm okay with that. You're stunned. I don't know quite how that happened, but... oh my god. Oh, it's from the decaying zombie. Oh, that's very good. I didn't realize your decaying zombies would get stun strikes. Holy moly, that makes Raising Dead very powerful. Crazy, crazy. Love this game. Love Planetfall as well. Yes, yep. Archons are the big bads of the franchise. They're the reason everything went to hell, why all the Giant Kings and True Dragons are dead in the earlier games. Ooh. I always figured the Eldritch guys were probably the bad guys, but... there's a Warbreed there. We can bring him back. Need to look into the lore. I played most of the games in the series, but never really got into the lore. Yeah, I mean, I don't know a lot. What I know is mostly from this game, so... fans were upset the Archons didn't show up at launch. Okay, yep. Get away. You get away from him. You leave him alone right now. The computer is starting to fight really bad morale in this fight as well. I keep forgetting the facts that all of my units are like fire. They have inner fire as well. So every time I get attacked, I also do fire damage automatically. Okay, I think you could probably just kill him. You actually failed to do it, which is a little annoying. man. Curse of the Reaper. What's going on with this guy? Oh, you berserked. You don't have killing momentum. You do have a crypt blade, though, which summons zombies. And this guy is flanked right now. And the crypt blade doesn't cost anything. $99 damage on a thrown dagger. That's... Can't complain about that, that's for sure. This guy's morale is just absolutely in the dumpster right now. Okay. How do I want to take out use? I could go here, kill him, step, and then hit that banner man. I was hoping it was going to push him in another direction so that I could get like a double. That really screwed me. Critical? Yeah, but it's still not enough. Why aren't I casting Fan the Inferno? All right, I got to do something about this guy on top of my snake. So I guess despite the shades getting inner, whatever it's called, empowered strikes, because they only attack once, they don't get the stun. I was hoping there was a chance. How come it's... Oh, because you have to go through terrain. All right, you're going to just have to take that hit. Then hit him with the blight coils. It is enough that I can chain it, which is fantastic. Lots of good disruption runes in there. Do I go for the two of these? Or do I kill that Stormbringer? I think I kill that Stormbringer. And then I'm going to just try to keep this guy alive. At least this way, he's got to take 2 attacks of opportunity if he wants to get out of there now. All right, you're going to charge strike that guy into there. You're going to come up, hit this guy. You're going to come here. Here's a great question. If I cast this cleaving strike, I definitely kill one of them. I could then take the step onto him. Obviously, I could also just get a kill here. Let's eat that guy's corpse that we just killed. Get ourselves a little extra heal. Are you a caster? You are. So I do actually want to be on top of you because you have 2 triple cast spells. So I'm going to do that. Also, pretty good chance I one-shot you. Except you were being boosted by that leash guard. So the leash guard dies anyway. That's actually a perfect combination. You're going to light stuff on fire. These guys are running. I think that's all we can do. Basically, no, none of the lore, but the game is still awesome. Yeah, and getting better. Your hard drive broke last year. You had to buy a new computer. Lost all your races on Stellaris. Oh, that sucks. Don't know if the cloud save's activated. I mean, they should be on by default, I think. But I guess it probably depends a little on how you have your Steam set up. Oh my god, the multi-attack here. These multi-hit retaliations are just so disgusting. You can go 1 and get frozen. You can go here. Let's get rid of this guy. Really getting busted up here. Really busting my chops here. Kill him. Goddamn slip away. Tired of it. Everybody's got slip away now. Which is very reasonable considering it's such a good ability, but you're gonna kill him. I am going to cast Battlefield Reanimation. Because that's going to bring back all my troops. I don't know why that guy didn't just die. Oh, he's a mirror mimic. That's fine. I don't think I can reach that last guy. Now I don't lose any units. And your beacon of unity burns to the ground unless you decide you want to try to come back in here somehow. You have a 665. You should make that attack. I don't know why you wouldn't. You're giving me the turn to heal, so. That's fantastic. That's very good. Can't recall if cloud saves work for custom space nations or just the game saves. Honestly, I don't know either. I feel like I'd almost rather them work for the custom races than the saves, though. The beacons of unity have been extinguished. Right. Now, part of me wonders, because I extinguished that beacon, is this guy gonna not be willing to give me an alliance now? Of which I think the answer almost certainly is no, he will not be willing to. Where were you going? Were you going here? I can't. I think this guy was actually going there. Why don't you go there? God, there's so many cave networks. What's this look like? 65 versus 41. It's being controlled by Avernos. We'll add a little status resistance, a little extra healing in combat. I guess I could just like move off 2 of these guys. Blow them up. Why? Why are you killing my basilisk in every fight? I'm gonna mostly let this fight auto. I'm just gonna do a couple of like opening moves. The computer must just be doing something really stupid in the starter shots. What is your range on that? Oh, yeah, that bad, hey? This feels like cheating. Like using the chain ability that way, I feel like that definitely has to get patched. I'll let you lava stone. Get out a few of these guys. Get out you. Get out you. I will actually strengthen him, which is a really maybe bad play, but we'll see. You're gonna put down some cleansing fire. This guy, I don't know if he's really needed in the fight. I think we can leave him in the back for right now. Pyre Templar is meant to go there. You can go here, here, and here, 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 and here. I'm gonna cast Fan the Inferno and then probably just let the computer take over. I gotta remember that I built her to be an absolute monster as well, so I do appreciate that we're getting a giant on giant fight of especially our most two recent rulers. Only by Age of Wonders 4 and Stellaris, yeah. Don't have the time to play as much as you used to in the past. Had to cut down on consumption of Paradox games and DLCs. Yeah, I think there's always kind of a limit on how many you can play at any given time. What just struck you? Anti-magic tincture? No, that's not right. A lightning bolt, maybe? My poor war breeds, man. They can't catch a break. Can't catch no break. I tells ya. I mean, the charge, I probably should have charged. I keep just being worried that the computer is somehow going to screw this up. Because the computer is really good at screwing things up. Oh, that's a line attack. It's going to hit my zombie, but it's going to hit all of them as well. Damn. Damn, damn, damn. All right, screw it. Let's see what they come up with. Worst case scenario, I have battlefield reanimation, and I can just cast it at the end of the fight. I think that's kind of like one of the advantages of watching these manually, so... These fights are just like slowing me down a lot. Oh my god, the regen, the heals. That Warbreed is surviving with just no HP right now. Ooh, losing a Necro is not ideal. Stunned by a zombie. So I'm kind of curious, will the computer cast a spell on my turn? It doesn't really seem like he will. Oh no, he must have already. Well, I'll give it to his effectiveness, man. He is just like getting a kill with every single strike right now. He just cleared out a lot of the trash. He left that Warbreed to get shot, though. I am going to turn off auto combat. Warbreed lives another day, thanks to natural regeneration. I'm standing on top of too many of my own troops. I should really be in here probably more than necrotize. And then what's the other one? Rending Shadow. Maybe Purifying Flame. Dragon, and this guy is also standing on someone. Here we go. And then I'm just gonna turn it back on auto combat. Let's see what they come up with, Johnny. Wow, I love that my giant who can one-shot any character decided he was going to summon a lava rune steel against a single target who was fleeing. Sometimes the AI, incredible. Other times the AI is just like, I don't know what it's been smoking. Some real forget-me juice. That's good. Use the zombies to lock down the sword. You get to fight that giant. Those guys get to run off, but that's okay. You're fighting that zombo, which is perfect. You die from burning. We purge a bunch of effects and wrap up the rest. Possibly even bringing back some people from the dead. They escape. Lovely. Much better. So what did I lose? I lost a Warbreed. That's okay. Get you back. Literally instantly. Guess we'll put those guys back in there. We do have this half army as well. We should figure out like who else we want to really add in here. 20% critical chance, 20% accuracy. We'll take the critical chance on my skirmy. You pick up Vassals grant gold in tribute. Yeah, sure. That gives me 90 gold. Capture, void, mystical seer. Breach is made in the siege of Pontificatanium. At this point, I don't really see any reason to keep any of this stuff, so I'm just going to raise this to the ground. And I'm going to go back into Gloom territory, which I'm not stoked about. With all my stacks. Now, this place I might actually vassalize because they have a chrono gate. And I don't really have a teleporter over here, though I guess... Yeah, no, I literally don't have a teleporter over here. Yeah, we'll take these guys over. Can we do this? We're at time right now. Though I feel like there can't possibly be more than another hour, even if this guy turns against me. So I think let's just push through. Most of our armies are already beaten. We've got sieges pushing in on all sorts of different sides here. And because like most people are under our control, there's actually end turns are going really fast. Oh, Otto has taken this. That's kind of super rude, but okay. We'll dismantle that city in the meantime then. Oh, he also owns that. Okay. Mask of the Fire Lord. Let's grab... we need a weapon for that warrior. Currently, he's rocking like a crit build. So... maybe I'll give him a big axe. Goateer axe, great axe. You know, why don't we just give him this big, dirty, spiky axe? Fire damage, crit hit damage, critical hit chance. Rune of Fire. Chop and lop. You are not allowed to rebuild that beacon of unity, young lady. I don't know where you getting that idea from. That ain't happening today. Let's bring these guys up to heal. You are another 4-turn siege. Actually, quick question here. Who the hell of my heroes has siege troops? Because I know somebody does. True Sight, Greater Casting, Flanker. It's got to be like you? Man, I know somebody had this. Would come from their ambition. Oh, okay. Militarist Conqueror. You think Conqueror would do it, but Sourceful, Militarist, Aggressive Tactician. You still have not gotten very much. You have Protector, Trainer. You know what, man? I got no clue. Let's just keep smashing. Blocked by a Spelljammer. Where? Curses. Heck yeah, we can now do 6-point armies. All giants, all the time. Start rocking that. You can have it on a trinket. Yeah, you can definitely have Siege Master on a trinket, but I certainly don't have that trinket, it would appear. I want to say it's like 2 Fireforged stone. All right, we gotta toss her. We gotta toss her out. I love that my military ranking is 2 out of 8. Like that I'm not somehow in first place. That's a lot more troops. It's funny that it's like we have one good set of armies and then one set of armies that has just completely devolved into being a roaming skeleton horde. That we can't do. That doesn't really matter. Let's just shuffle. Don't really need that. Take grid reanimation. I think you're going to that outpost then, if that's the case. What do you need? You need a handful of classics, a shade, a Templar, and a Warbreed. I can't demand this wonder from him. Well, ain't that some poop? This desecrated temple is now ours, which means I can actually heal on it, which means I think that's what I'm going to go do. Seems to be a lot of troops heading my way, and I don't quite care for that. All the gloom here is gone, so our units should also be healing there. You can dismantle that and then come join an army, maybe? Okay, you should split off. Do you guys have a necro? Yes. Take a bone horror. You take a necro. Take those bone horrors. Take a mage. Okay. Okay, okay, okay. Focus aim ability. I have another rune steel, it says. Let's start melting all this ice. Boom. I don't know what they just hit you with, but it looks juicy. Boom. They hit you with it again. 3 times. Oh my God. Oh, how do you like the burden of guilt, AI? That's very fun that all of my AI are just spamming spells. Yeah, and as long as I just stop this from being rebuilt. Not a huge issue. If they attack me again and they kill this basilisk a 3rd time, I'm going to let it happen. I think I'm pretty much auto-resolved from here on out. Just because, like, we're winning the fights. We just have to win them in chunks. I should set my cities to just constantly pump out war breeds. Boom. Fire. I guess alternatively, I could just, like, pump out huge skeleton armies. You gain a white wolf. You gain an ice spider matriarch. White witch gains a wicked homage. Shadow boon. Knowledge of astrolonia. I'll just take a shadow boon. Yeah, let's start setting up. You're missing someone. A rock giant, a storm giant. What happened to your other storm giant? I must have miscalculated that. You can force march into this. Do it in one turn. So this guy has 15. Oh, you know why? It's because the giants have Siegebreaker. Should you be helping him, or should you be maybe helping my actual armies? Good question. I might go for some Ethereum stuff here right now. I suppose I could pick up Tome of Severing. It's got some really good buffs in it. Such as Disruption.
Slaying a wizard is similar to slaying any other monster.
None of those.
It necessitates...
Reaper? Yeah, okay, I'll take Reapers. The city is still under siege. You're making an army. You get special improvements, grant 5 gold. Yeah, I guess I'll take that. That's like an extra 100 gold per turn. I'm also then just going to say 2 war breeds, a Pyre Templar, 2 Shades, and a Necromancer. I'm going to go down here and I'm going to say 2 war breeds, Pyre Templar, 2 Shades, and a Necromancer. And then I'm going to go right here and I'm going to say 2 war breeds, a Pyre Templar, 2 Shades, and a Necromancer. I think the city has everything it wanted, so I'm gonna build a forester, and that's it for you. Keep building cinder conduits. You're gonna keep building cinder conduits as well. All around the old Suncot Peaks. This guy's also gotten a ton of extra stuff, so I can't actually get any of these wonders anymore, which is really stupid, but oh well. Give you some farms. Foresters, a forester. Okay. I have room for another city. I could take a Vernos. Yeah, you know, I probably will. It's a level 30 city, so. Getting a bit of like why not energy from it. We're trying to protect the Beacons of Unity. The Beacons of Unity are still also getting attacked here by random spawning mobs, it seems like. So I'm a little confused. Because if she doesn't have the spell cast, they shouldn't be. Attack this, and we'll just raise this one. And free that one. Okay, you're strong enough to take this city pretty much by yourself. I want to undermine the walls or bombard the towers or burn the battlements. You know what? Actually, let's just burn the battlements. So that's 3 turns here. What these guys are doing, they can just stay on top of that Beacon of Unity and make sure it doesn't get rebuilt. I'm literally going to camp them there. This is another army of storm giants. We'll send them over with these guys. Korheim's ready to be attacked. We're going to pick these guys up as a vassal because they have this Chrono Gate. And then I'm basically going to move all my actual armies to the Chrono Gate. You can just get destroyed. Oh, there's a city down here. All right, well, I'm gonna march a couple of skeleton armies down there. Okay. Mystical Seer leaves in a turn. Great. It's okay. Messages. Perhaps our alliance was a mistake, he says. Oh, don't tell me that, buddy. Buckaroo? I want to be friends with you. You're the other fire giant. We can be equals. We don't need to kill each other. I will kill you if it comes down to it, but we really don't need to. You know, maybe actually instead of going through that Chrono Gate, I should just pop up here and then come across the water onto Ductus. All of those armies have lava walks, so I have a 10,000 point army here apparently, so this shouldn't be a problem. He says, waiting patiently. That instantly sieges me Pebbleton as well. Though there's a lot of guys left. Can we do 2 rounds? Back-to-backs make me nervous. I'm running out of dragons. I'm rapidly deplenishing on the amount of dragons I have available. But I do have reapers. Interesting. He can only put together tier 3 armies. Reapers would solve all of my problems pretty well because I can summon them onto the front lines. Another dragon down. Let's raise this guy to the ground. And we're gonna need to pivot. We're gonna need to change that plan up a little bit. You have to sit there, you do. Okay. Why can't you build roads? Because you're on... Oh, because you're out of turns. That's okay. So these guys are going to come down here. We'll move them in next round. And then I'm going to have all these guys just pop up this way. This feels like the more reasonable path. Somehow I got another storm giant here. I don't know what happened, why there was like a delay in that storm giant spawning. I don't want to abandon this city while it burns. My new axe for Gorlock is here. Mask of the Fire Lord. Give him those shroud makers. I will just keep pumping out war horns and anything else we need. Capture, 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 capture. The mystical seer is destroyed by Ingrid. Okay. I do wonder if he has the defensive pact and he's the last guy left, will he be willing to just give me the allied victory? I'm pretty sure I need a full alliance, though. I think we've been over this before. The good news is I can probably just march armies directly onto his capital and then just smash him. She's a bit harder because I have to get through so many cities to get to her capital, but that's fine. Somehow Morena has unlocked the Beacons of Unity again. Oh, you took the city back. I thought I was inside this city. How do you have 40 walls again? What the actual hell? That's really annoying. I thought this guy counted as being in the city, but I'm just realizing now that he is actually standing outside the city and I am just a fool. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Nothing you can do, really. Such is life. Okay, who's up here and who has lava walk? None of them have lava walk because they all have bone horrors. So we're climbing over the mountains. Which is hilarious. Great, 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 great. Pebbleton has been captured. Grab a Reaper. And then just keep grabbing more of them. Taking a break from watching Warhammer 3. I feel a little burnt out watching that game. Dude, I feel you. I played so much Total War Warhammer 3. It absolutely just destroyed my brain. There is a limit one can take of any game, even of Age of Wonders. I hit points where after playing this for too much, I'm like, okay, we got to step away for a little bit. Generally, it's doing like the churn like this, where I'm like, oh my God, we could have won this so many different ways by this point. But people wanted a military victory, and that was the plan for this campaign, so. I'm going to bring you down to help out down here. So you can go, you can go, you can go, you can go. Oh, this is gonna suck to get over this mountain. This is breached. Let's capture this outpost because I'll put a teleporter over here. Oh, there's a beacon of unity here. All right, I guess we'll burn that down. This guy can come on down. Let's double time him just in case they decide to fight back here. They want my desecrated temple. They want this desecrated temple. Why would they want this? They don't have anything near it that could possibly claim it. Decline. I forget that I can also summon mana elementals, fire elementals. Which would be... Well, they'd be better than skeleton mages, that's for sure. Haven't played it much, but I've watched it for too many hours since it came out. Yeah. I mean, I put in like thousands of hours in Total War Warhammer before I eventually... Basically, once they put out the third game, I played a bit of that, and then I was like, oh, no, I'm done with this. But I also got like into... situation where I was creating all my content around it and not doing any other content other than that. Oh my God, my vassals are trying to poison me. And I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna take some damage here and get poisoned. Because that's the baller move. That's my big giant energy. All right, we're fighting you again. This time I've actually destroyed your walls, so they shouldn't repair. Losing war breeds. Oh, I have hiccups. Oh, I got hiccups. Why does my basilisk have 0 movement? That doesn't make any sense. Okay, you're gonna go here, you're gonna go here. We'll wait a couple turns for them to destroy that beacon of unity. Actually, I don't need to destroy this beacon of unity. Also, I don't need to stand still to destroy that beacon of unity, which is probably the more important part. Okay. Scoreheim. We'll put a stone in there. Capture. Negotiations. Vassal. A free city can be integrated. Wow, gauntlet. Okay. Well, let's withdraw our stone here. I'm gonna make peace with these guys. I'm not getting anything for fighting them. Ain't no reason to do it. Most watched game on Twitch for 2 years. Yep. I was like that before I started streaming it. Like I watched a lot of it. All the people who I originally started watching on Twitch were mostly Total War streamers. So like Lionheart, Nerd Rage, Arcard, even Legend back in the day, back when he was a Twitch streamer before he moved to YouTube. Basilisk's like too many turns. I need a vacation. I mean, we're gonna hit 200 turns pretty soon. Stay your course. You guys stay your course. You guys stay your course. Whoa. This is fine. Let's grab that tower. I'm gonna have you siege this city. 30. We're 15. It's 2 turns, so that's fine. I will burn the battlements. So we'll take Avernos in a moment. This is a full army. Teleport you over. Give you a war horn. Give you a dragon's heart. Good to know. Good to know. Good to know. Okay. Cruising. Trying to just cruise at maximum speed right now. How do you get to the Serpent Stockade? Oh, is there a... No, there's literally no way to get in there. You lost the binding on that Verdant Vivarium because I blew it up. You guys are going to come over. You lost the Beacon of Unity. You're a full army. You're a full army. Which probably means that... You're not, but for some reason I have a Storm Giant here, so why don't we just make that the army? You can come across, and then you guys have a full stack as well? Yes, you do. So I have 4 new full fresh stacks of 3,000 points, basically. You're going to come in here and start a siege. 13. We'll do a headlong assault as well. Whoops. I guess letting that first guy off the mountain maybe wasn't the smartest choice. We're going to have to force march all of these guys. Or, well, at least 2 of them. Do I position you for... I see that the computer is getting ready to fight me. This is an outpost, so let's make this a teleporter. I can't build roads across this is the problem. So they're all going to move that way. We'll pick up harvest population and null shield. Cast disrupting blades. Forest grants stability. That'll actually be really good for our capital. Sitting on 10,000 gold. bribe him. I just don't know how much of a nightmare it's going to be to do it. I thought this was only going to take an hour. It's going to take 2. All right, well, we're going late today then. That ain't the end of the world for nobody. You guys all scoot and boot your little ways over. I don't really need to clear the verdant vivarium, so why don't I just bring all these guys up? Well, you know what, Reaper army. I guess you could do it. I just have my lord back on the front lines here. Trash out another city. I like this guy's giant green blade. Lose another dragon. I am actually going to migrate this town, killing 8 of its population in the process. It's okay. God, we got some weird stacks here. We'll get disrupting blades on them, which costs a lot. That was like 100 upkeep. Send another Reaper to reinforce these guys. In the meantime, we're all down here. She might just be willing to go now at this point. No, she's still too strong. I guess technically she still owns these cities. What is my best pathway in here? Berlantium doesn't have a teleporter. Like, I kind of want to just like send someone, send a scout over here, build an outpost like right next to their capital and put a teleporter in, and then just move all of my units all at once. Yeah, I could do that. I could do that pretty easy, actually. So let's do that. I'll build a scout here and we'll send it south. Pathfinder. The cities keep growing and I keep forgetting to actually fill them out. All right, there's Pathfinder. Hurry recruitment. For right meow, I guess let's just grab that. Great. So I'm going to send you here. I can actually go through his territory because he has, I still have a teleporter pact with him. Just low-key kind of hilarious. You're going to build a road right there. Avernos is ours. We're going to put... Well, you're the only tier 4 governor, so it can be you, I suppose. I'm going to queue up a whole bunch of this stuff. I'll keep him busy for a long time. Grab yourself a Reaper, and then these guys are going to go over this mountain. Love that they're all insisting on going through this teleporter instead of walking. Like, they can't reach the teleporter, but they can walk there. That pathfinding was real bad. Okay, Rainbow Clover, Siege. We're sieged open this place. Let's burn it to the ground. Ouch. Boy, that was expensive. I'm gonna raise every single one of these skeletons. Reina, are you willing to negotiate? 800 gold. Great. Let's get the teleporter together. Get my armies together. Get on a teleporter. And then we can figure out what the hell we're doing. You've collected this. Okay. You've gained a vassal. Forged an alliance. Do I need to break this alliance? Can I war deck him in the same turn? I guess is basically my question. And also, where is his lord? That's going to be the step 2 here. His lord could be anywhere. There he is. There he be. Your rival gains a grievance on you. Draft this block for a turn. Astrolonium gains a berserker. Yeah, sure. Let me get this guy into position first. So that's going to take a couple turns. So you guys just get to sit around this teleporter now. I can actually check out the Hall of Enigmas. A rock giant says, foreigners, you enter the hallowed hall of the Rock Clan. The creator watches over these halls, solve its enigmas, and you will carve out your own reward. Between two mighty pillars, a lone bronze golem awaits your troops in the chamber. It speaks with a tinny voice. Rich are the elements beneath the earth's shade, rich who distill their purity grade. The giant kings gifted like none were before, refined and bound the material core. Forge masters, majors, and anvil in one, they fashioned marvels that rivaled the sun. The essence they bound fuels the forges to this day, yet which item is the most worthy to make? Lose a bunch of binding essence, a bunch of mana. Oh, I could afford all of these. The scrying orb lets me glimpse both future and past. Wow, the computer didn't do this quest. This was really easy. You guys are going to sit around the teleporter, sit around the teleporter, sit around the teleporter. Kill this random marauder guard, I guess. Merry Christmas, now you have an army. You guys get an army. Let's blow up these crystal skeletons. Who do admittedly look pretty cool. You guys sit around this teleporter. You guys sit around this teleporter. You're doing fine. We're so close, man. We're so close. I can taste it. You need another dragon's orb. Dragon's Heart. Okay. Drop your ship your opponents with the teleporter. Yeah. Three turns to build this outpost, and then it's another turn to build the work camp and 3 turns to build the teleporter, I think, after that. Dude, I could just walk down here. I don't know what I'm thinking. I mean, I'll walk everybody directly to this location, and I'll just break the defensive pact right now. He's got a lot of troops, but the thing is all of his troops do fire damage mostly. Fire damage or physical. We have a null shield. We have... let's just take Terramancy. We were gemstones of the earth, loosened its hull. The giant kings mined us and lightened their hulls, forged us into weapons, ground and smelted each day. They were sculptors and we were the clay. At last they imbued us with faces and soul. We were wondrous and wondering and foreign to all. We did all their bidding, yet in their hearts sank in mists. They sought life and saw failure. Say, when does life exist? Here, have some mana. And the last puzzle. A gargoyle. The giants granted me sinew and bone. Am I liquid or am I stone? Meridiae raised, halls and towers sublime. My walls unaffected by the ravages of time. Withstood dragon fire, withstood archon wrath. Yet lost were my masters on their ill-fated path. Sure. Let's block my knowledge. And then all I got to do is talk to this last Marauder guard. As your troops return to the center chamber, immovable energies weigh on you like a mountain, threatening to slowly crush all your senses. Despite this fundamental clutch, you feel invigorated, inspired to create, build, shape what no Godir has devised before. You notice the entity observing you, giving itself the guise of a golden golem, yet you instinctively know the true form is much larger, insurmountable, encompassing the cosmos. The creator worshipped the Rock Clan. Could it be the Indalion of Materium? Powerful cosmic entities? The golden golem begins to talk. I have observed and know your convictions. I am the architect of civilizations to last. Only the connoisseur of the elements may employ them to their greatest effect, unless the knowledge collects dust within a tome never put into practice. The giant kings were favored beyond comparison. They shaped the realms, tamed the wilderness, championed the elements through might and through craft. Their kingdom of Meridia fanned the flames of civilization, and their cosmic knowledge challenged even the archons. The entity sighs like a mountain during a stormy night. They abandoned the path of creation, though they lasted longer than any before or after. You have earned the possession of these halls. The creator ends his presence. Take the Mehanir of Rock. The Rock Clan is a rough diamond. Refine or sell, I observe. All giants get the blessing of Rock. 20% damage, 2 defense, mountain walk, cave walk, status effect, immunity to bleeding. Adds rock giants to the Rally of Lieges. That also then gives me Thorgogrex Air, which we can start doing next turn. And it looks like we will get to do this now, which is kind of nice. Where are you going? Get back there. Everybody just sit around and wait. Actually, wait. Sit around and wait, or take advantage of the fact that the computer has given me access still to all of their teleporters. Sweet Jesus. Why can't I use this chrono gate? Oh, this guy's going to be really sad when I super hella betray him. This is definitely going to be a betrayal for the ages. Top 10 anime betrayals of all time. You're good for right now, little homie. It still says I have a defensive pact. He's down here, right? In Skull Pit. Was that where he was? Skull Pit? Studying the inscriptions of the Meridian Maneers, you are interrupted by a delegation of 3 major giant clans. The rock giant begins to speak. We have long awaited the coming of one who is like Thagnokar the Enduring. One who summons the storms that breaks the throne of all haste folk. You've wrestled the Maneers from our clans, Bone Lord. You are the flame that can forge us into one if you only ignite the spark. Regard you as the one to fulfill the Thagnokar and lead their clans to war against the realm. In 3 turns, a giant clan army will appear for each other player and attack one of their cities. Those players gain a major grievance against you when this happened. For the rest of the game, you are known as Thagnokar's heir, unlocking the recruitment of all demi-giants in all of your cities. Yeah, I mean, absolutely. Do I have any enemies? No. Will all of this guy's cities be attacked? I can declare a justified war on him whenever I want. Let's send the rest of my team through the teleporter. Everybody just needs to like step 1 step away so that everyone can come through. And then I will declare war. As the mighty Thagnokar. You guys can't get through here, can you? For whatever reason, this chrono gate seems inclined to not let me teleport. All right. Let's dance. Tower bombardment? Is that what I want? That's a 4-turn siege. If I do the headlong assault, it's a 3-turn siege. This guy's on fire, so probably undermining the walls is going to be the thing I want to do here. Obviously, there's a lot of guys here also outside the walls, so if I could swing on down with any of our troops, it would make my life a lot easier. There's actually only 1 army outside the walls, which is sort of hilarious. Okay, our outpost is up in a turn. All my treaties have been broken. You know, I should have asked him to see if he was willing to vassalize immediately. I can't imagine he would be. He has so many armies. And I actually feel like he is probably going to kill a lot of my armies on his turn. Like, probably a significant amount of his armies. But all I really got to do is weaken him down. The giants will do the rest. Like if somehow he survives. Oh, and there's a siege. Okay. Right. Because he sallied forth. Oh my god, but he's got so many other troops just like all coming up here from the underground. There he is. So if I destroy this and kill him right here, it's game over. I think that's the play. I don't need any of these. 9,000 troops take the city. Not lose a single unit because all he can do is fire damage, and I'm really good at that. And then who wants to finish this off? Oh, how about my corrupted bird hero? You're done, buddy. GG. Hell yeah. Let's go. I actually wasn't too bad. I said an hour. So an hour and 10. Look at this. Chad Lord, 177 turns. We got the military victory. As YouTube demanded. It's all for you, baby. A victor stands proudly among the remains of their enemies. You subjugated this world through force, as the empires of the past did before you. When the dust settles, you will discover whether your cause was just, or if you merely fanned the flames of entropy. What a map. Dude, we were not very strong this campaign. This was easily one of the hardest campaigns I've fought in a long time. Look how much of the world I managed to burn. All of this is all burned by me through my lava steels. We had our little city and we just fought dragons back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. And then we like flipped cities with Belsarius. I don't think it was around until here. Yeah, because it was when Belsarius took this. This is when I finally, around turn 90, was finally able to start making a play. The first 90 turns, the first half of this game, I was just on defense, constantly running in between objectives, constantly force marching, and then you can just see I start turn 87, I just start shooting up in power. We take Belsarius out, vassalizing him. We move to the rats, take the rats out underground, and we go up here. Deal with Cthulhu, cut straight across, just beeline across, walking over all the lava, just on an absolute war march. By the time I get over here to Cornea, we have no troops left, and I'm just reviving guys over and over again. Cornea I actually wiped out by accident, but I was happy because it got me that artifact. Poor Morena was just surrounded. Couldn't do much. We had this nice, cool section right underneath us, which I really like, the fire giant claws that led to the to this area. Honestly, I kind of feel like playing on one of these maps with maybe less players would be fun, but I guess you'd have to rely so much on vassals if you were to play a big map with less players. So I feel like Order really has a huge advantage, Order and Shadow. But overall, pretty good. I'm pretty happy with it, man. We carved a big equator, controlled the lava lakes. Let's ascend this hero and get our points. Whew. Conquest of the realm has given him a chance to ascend. Will you grant Heltor Skeletor the ascendance? Of course. I'm gonna probably give him Death Caller. Raise a random skeleton from a corpse. I think that's the right fit. Pyre Bearer is another decent choice. It's a cleansing flame zeal thing though, and I feel like not quite right. He was a necromancer, you know. He might have had a big axe that he chopped people in half with, but ultimately he was a necromancer. Ching, 15 Pantheon points, defeating 115 heroes, gaining almost 100 levels here as well. Unlocking an insane amount of tomes, conquering 16 full cities, clearing a handful of ancient wonders. We did some pretty heavy duty crafting. Yeah, tier 4 items. We crafted 21 because I was just like pumping out those dragon hearts. Level 201 on the Pantheon. Stack them in. That's 3 giants. We got Cassie's Clay. We got Moreno. We got Heltor Skeltor. We got 1 more left to do for this DLC. We're going to take... Oh, look. This is where the giants go. I've been wondering about this. They come right up front. Love that. We're going to take a slight Endless Legend break and do a campaign of Endless Legend 2 because I'm really curious what that's going to be like. But then we're going to come back and we're going to do the Frost Giants right after that. Yeah, it'll be great. It'll be good. How come I still only have 7 points here? Curious. Thank you, in the meantime, for joining in. Thank you for watching. All you on YouTube, all you here on Twitch. I much appreciate it. I hope you come back and you join us for the next one. I hope you check out some Endless Legend with us as well. Until then, bye-bye.